and little birdie told me that Arturia's got some new synthesizers coming, new products coming. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. We also got ASM dropping the big ol' Leviasynth yesterday to much fanfare. We had the A-Team, Nick Bat, Pro Synth Network got one. Scott Synth Stuff got one. It looks like Vulture Culture got one too, and that's coming. That's coming. I saw his video. Maybe tonight he's going to do a video on it. So we had the Leviasynth drop yesterday. Very, very cool. And I mean, Arturia could possibly have a Drum Freak. They could have a PolyBrute 12 desktop. They could have the Super Freak or Mega Freak, the Mini Freak friggin' follow-up. A full keyboard, 49 key plus or something. I don't know. Some people are saying they're predicting like an Astrolab style synthesizer, but specifically made to function with pigments. So maybe like an Astrolab with a bunch of knobs, you know, so it looks more like a synthesizer rather than just like a stage keyboard. That's exciting. I mean, everything I saw yesterday with the Leviasynth was pretty cool. I seen a lot of people complaining about the price and stuff, but they're like, oh, this synthesizer should be the same price as the Hydrasynth, man. But the Hydrasynth came out 7 years ago, so just taking into consideration inflation alone, then it's probably priced pretty accordingly. If you take in, what, 3% a year? That's 7 times 3 is 21%, right? And that's 21% with 3% each year tacking the price up, so then another 3%, so it's almost like a compounding 3% inflation over 7 years, so 21% markup on, you know, $1,000. That's $1,200, or what was that? $1,000. It's like $400 right there. So to me, the price is fair. It's just, I think when the Hydrasynth came out, everybody was so blown away at the value you got for the price, right? When the first Hydrasynth came out. So that's why I think the big difference was is everyone was blown away at the value you got with the Hydrasynth, right? You pick up a Hydrasynth desktop for, I think when it came out it was $8.99 maybe, $7.99. And then the 49 key was like $12.99. And then the Deluxe was like $19.99. And then they came out with the Explorer the Explorer was $5.99. So the value you got for that synthesizer was out of this world, especially when the Deluxe came out and you got, well, I mean, just the 8-voice alone with the Poly Aftertouch key bed, insane modulation. And then, so anyway, the Leviasynth, I think it's expensive, but I don't think it's priced too crazy, to be honest with you. But it's definitely out of most people's price range. Like $2,500 for a synthesizer is expensive, especially when you pick up a used Quantum Mark I for under $2,000 some places, you know. So I think I'm looking forward to see what Arturia got. If Arturia can do the PolyBrute desktop, would be very cool. Because I know a lot of people just think that PolyBrute's so gigantic. If they could do a desktop version of that, not saying they are, I'm just saying it'd be very cool if they did. If they could also do a Mega Freak, which would be, God knows, man, you're getting up into, it's a digital hybrid. The Mini Freak's amazing. The Micro Freak's amazing. So it's lots of exciting stuff, to be honest with you. I got a Meat Lovers burrito here from Press Cafe, which is exciting. I'll be eating that. Wonder if, let me see something with the, check, make sure the chat's working good. There we go. Yeah, so Arturia could possibly have the PolyBrute desktop, which I know they would sell a crap ton of them if that was priced good. A lot of people want a drum freak. They feel like the Drum Brute and the Drum Brute Impact were awesome, but so limited. If you could come out with a drum freak, I mean, a digital drum machine, sample-based drum machine, put some analog filters in it, I think people would be very, very excited about that. We haven't heard not a peep from Roland. We haven't heard a peep from Korg, and NAMM starts today is the 20th, so we should get some information coming out about everything today. I mean, today's a big day, Wednesday. That's when we usually get all the Synth Mafia dropping the videos. So we'll see what's going on there. But, I mean, I want the Leviasynth desktop. But I do fear that it's out of my price range, to be blatantly honest with you. I think it's way out of my price range. I don't think I can actually afford a $1,500 desktop synthesizer. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Got some ketchup too. Oh, maybe it's salsa, not ketchup. I don't know. So, I think if I'm going to buy something new, it's got to be around $1,000. Like I said, I can't go out and be buying a friggin' $2,500 synth. But I can love it. I can still love it. Talked to a few people last night, they're hating on the Leviasynth. I can't quite understand why. It's a 16 voice, 8 oscillator, algorithmic synthesizer with an interesting form of phase modulation, frequency modulation, wavetable synthesis, great effects. It's got a 3-track sequencer, it's got a multicolored touchscreen. Five LFOs, I think. 144 algorithms. The ability to make your own algorithms. So it's more than an FM synthesizer, way more. Way more than an FM synthesizer. I mean, even if you didn't, just go back to Arturia for a second, even if Arturia didn't do a PolyBrute desktop, they could do PolyBrute 12, they could do a PolyBrute 6 desktop. They've never done a desktop, but sometimes I feel like desktops are no-brainers, especially when you got a big, powerful synthesizer like the PolyBrute 12. Maybe it's too big. Maybe they can't do a desktop, but if you look at the image in the thumbnail, let me just show you here. I can pull it up. I think I got it here somewhere. Like if they did something like this, right? Something like that for a PolyBrute desktop, right? That'd be pretty cool. I think anyway. I think it'd be very cool. It's weird, chat's not working. Strange. I don't know what's Korg's gonna come out with. Maybe they'll do nothing, but they always come out with something. Oh yeah, they came out with the, Korg came out with that interface with the analog filter in it from the, was it MS700 or something? That was pretty cool, at least. But I haven't heard anything from Sequential, but you never hear anything from Sequential. They might be there with the 4M. You got that big MPC that's out. People are excited about that. But what I heard yesterday is a lot of people were saying that the Leviasynth is the big release. So maybe we shouldn't expect anything super. Maybe we shouldn't expect anything to get super excited about anything. But someone told me the other day that they got tipped off from their Sweetwater rep that Arturia's got two products or a couple products. So I mean, I've wanted the PolyBrute 12, but I'm not paying $4,000 for it. You're nuts. So, but if I could get a desktop PolyBrute 12, which is a 12-voice analog synthesizer, you remove that expensive full-touch key bed, right? Remove the Morphe pad, remove the mod and pitch wheel. I guess it doesn't have a mod and pitch wheel because it got the Morphe pad, right? Can't remember. And release the PolyBrute 12 as like a nice TE-05, Take 5 size desktop. That would be fucking crazy. Very, very crazy. Even a PolyBrute 6 desktop would be freaking cool, if you ask me. But do you guys think they're gonna do the Leviasynth with an Explorer? Explorer version of the Leviasynth? They'd probably put that out for an Explorer version of the Leviasynth for $9.99 with mini keys and the big screen on it. I think they'd sell a crap ton of them. I don't see why ASM would abandon their business model, because when they came up with the Hydra, and you have to assume that it'll be another friggin' 7 years before they come out with another synthesizer, right? So going with the trend of how to milk a product, for the first synthesizer they did the 49 key and the desktop. Then they came out with the Hydrosynth Deluxe, which was an extra 8 voices, and then they came out with the Explorer, and then they came out with the orange one, the 888, right? So then you got the fact that they could still come out with an Explorer version of the Leviasynth with mini keys for $1,000. Because there's no way ASM is going to price out their loyal customers. Like $2,500 is pricing out a lot of people who love ASM, and even $1,500 for a desktop is pricing out a lot of people who love ASM, because you could get a Hydra desktop for $699, $799. So they had to put out another version that's under $1,000 and $999 for a Leviasynth Explorer. Makes sense to me. But they got to wait a little bit and sell the other two. I mean, there's even room for a mid-range. So could they make the 49 key? Could they make a 49 key Leviasynth? Yeah. They can make a 49 key Leviasynth that is only 8 voices, maybe. And then they got 2 more SKUs. They got the Explorer and they got the 49 key. I'd really like a drum freak. I feel like the market for a really good Arturia digital sample-based drum machine. And I'm a massive fan of the Astrolab 37 key. I just am not a fan of the fact that you don't have a lot of hands-on control on the synthesizer. So if they came out with a Pigments-based Astrolab, call it the Astro Pig or whatever, Astro Pig with a whole load of knobs on there, where you could control pretty much pigments right on the hood of the synthesizer. Because I think on the Astrolab it doesn't got very many knobs, and the knobs don't make really much sense. They're like timbre, brightness, and something else. So It's weird I can't see the chat. Let me try something here. Hold on. Switch over. Yeah, so I'm hoping for a Drum Freak, a PolyBrute desktop, or a Pigments-based Astrolab stock. I'm also hoping for Korg to release a new 37 key synth, but they still got the multi-poly, which they could probably sell way more of them still yet too. I think the best video yesterday from the Leviasynth was was Scott's synth stuff, I think. But nobody showed the 3-track sequencer. I don't know why. Nobody showed the power of the 3-track sequencer in the Leviasynth. I can't figure that out. But that's actually what I was most excited for, was the 3-track sequencer, because the 3-track sequencer was something that people really wanted on the Hydrasynth. And the Hydrasynth is a live performance synthesizer due to the amazing polyphonic aftertouch in it. Probably the best polyphonic aftertouch key bed on the market today. Not the best key bed, but the best polyphonic aftertouch key bed. I mean, a 3-track sequencer, that means you can sequence some, and it's got step sequence, it's got automation, record over automation, and parameters in real time, and it also has the ability to play into the sequencer, which is probably my favorite thing about sequencers like that, because as a live performer, you can play in a drum track, and then you can go to track 2 on the sequencer. You can program in a cool little melody, a few chords, bass line, and then on the 3rd track, you can record in a sweet lead or something, you know, some pads, sorry. So imagine this. So you got the Hydrasynth, or the Leviasynth, you got a sequencer drum lane, you've got a track, you've got a bass track, and you've got a pad track, and then you can still play over the top. So for someone like me, who just live jams for fun, the ability to do a 3-track, because I use basically the Korg Op6 sequencer, and that's just a 1-track 16-step sequencer, okay? And I have an amazing time with that. I can sequence in that, and I can noodle over the top of it. But that's it. I can only sequence one thing. A 3-track one, you can sequence the drums, the bass, and the pads, and then you can just noodle and play the lead over the top. So I was excited to see stuff about that. I didn't see anyone do that. I didn't see anyone showcase that properly. So maybe if I jump in Vulture Culture stream tonight, I think it's tonight, I can ask him if he can show the 3-track sequencer. Or Vulture Culture, if you're watching this, sometimes he checks out the show. I want to see if you can showcase the 3-track sequencer. That'd be super cool. Because the ability of the Leviasynth has probably going to have tons of drum sounds in there too, right? So basically a drum machine. With a 3-track sequencer, it's basically a drum machine too, right? I think they said 128 step sequencer, 3 tracks, so 128 3-track sequencers. The Leviasynth's got over 1,000 presets, plus another shit ton of presets in the multi zone. So I bet. Crazy I can't see the chat. It's weird. Something weird going on with YouTube. Hit the like button if you don't mind. Yeah. It was pretty exciting. The Leviasynth was exciting from ASM because we broke the story a year ago that they trademarked the name. So we found the trademark, and then a couple news sites like Synth Anatomy picked up my story and ran with it without giving me any credit. I don't care about that though, but ran with the story. And then ASM was forced to come out and give a statement. They said it was all rumors, synthspiracy theories, and blah, blah, blah. And then they did a bunch of other stuff. Then I think we had a bunch of planned leaks over the last 2 or 3 days, which is interesting if you think about it, because they give synthesizers to a bunch of guys to do their rollout. When you got guys like me who just cover leaks and get into the nitty gritty, and we're always searching stuff, and we're gear hounds, and we always want to hear the next best thing, you do some leaks, you're getting a ton of free advertising from dudes like me who are just covering the leaks, you know? And I think the last 3, I did 4 videos on the Leviasynth over the weekend following the leaks. And that, including the one from a year ago, probably got like over 10,000, 15,000 views combined on all the, so it's not amazing, but 15,000 free views hyping up your new synthesizer. I think that's great value for a company to do a leak when you got like a small channel like mine who's going to do like 4 or 5 videos on the leaks. It's free marketing for you, you know? So I think it's smart to leak. Some people even think that they leaked it to me and I'm the one who leaked it. I think that's a funny theory. To be honest, if ASM did leak the information to me and then I leaked it, that would be super smart actually. Because then I would cover the leak like it was a leak when I'm the one who actually leaked it because ASM gave it to me to leak. That would be genius. I don't think, they didn't do that, but that would be genius. Because look how much free marketing they get. May have a semi-gun. So. But Leviasynth is yesterday's news. Unless we get some more videos today on ASM Leviasynth, then the big news of today, from what I heard, maybe it won't be today, but this week, is going to be hopefully a couple new products from Arturia. And there's only, I don't know, they surprised. Like the Astrolab is a big surprise to people. People didn't expect the Astrolab. But when they came out with the Astrolab, people were like, whoa, shit. This thing is crazy. So, so they could come out with anything tomorrow. I think the Astrolab platform, combining the ability to leverage Arturia's VSTs in basically a nice form factor, portable form factor, lightweight like the Astrolab. If they can leverage that now, all they have to do is basically throw a bunch more knobs and faders on it, and you've got something that people will just friggin' eat up. You know how many friggin' Astro Pigs they would sell if they put out an Astrolab-based synthesizer, keyboard, a Pigments-based. If they put out a Pigments-based Astrolab full of knobs and faders, they would sell so many of them. It would be absolutely crazy because so many people that love Arturia and love the V collection and Analog Lab and Pigments and all that, they won't buy an Astrolab because there's no knob per function ability on it. And to be honest, for someone who likes straight up synthesizers, they find it boring, right? So it's great if you just want to pick a preset and play it. It's a stage performer's piano, like they said. They didn't make no jokes about it. But if you're someone who loves synthesis, you love synthesizers, and you want knob per function, or at minimum, you want a few goddamn knobs on the friggin' thing, then listen, that would be the Astro Pig. Because all they got to do is take the Astrolab, drill a few damn holes in it, connect a few friggin' knobs and sliders. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Now you got probably one of the highest selling synthesizers of 2026 for sure. I think if they did that, they would and priced it accordingly. I think they could still price it over $1,000 because they got the platform to do the Pigments-based Astro Lab. They got the platform to do it in 37 key, and they got the platform to do it in the big one, and they could probably even do a desktop too, right? So imagine they did a desktop, a 37 key, and a big key. I think they would sell a shit ton of them. I'd buy one immediately. I wouldn't even hesitate. I've been hesitant of buying the Astro Lab because I feel like it doesn't have enough stuff to play with on the hood. Right? So that's why I've been hesitant about the Astro Lab. I love it. I think it's awesome. I think it's a great product, but I've been hesitant about, especially the big one. I like the small one, but right now, if I got the crystal ball going here, my mind goes to a digital sample-based drum machine with analog filters called the Drum Freak, because they got the Drum Brute, but now you do the Freak. You need a drum machine in the Freak series. Next, we could possibly see a Mega Freak / Super Freak / Maxi Freak, which would be a 49 plus mega upgrade from the Mini Freak, more voices, some interesting things with filters, maybe add in a bunch more. I mean, see, the Mini Freak's already sample based now, right? So, and they did granular. Cool thing about Arturia is they're constantly doing great updates to their synthesizers, so I love Arturia. I mean, my favorite companies right now got to be Behringer, Arturia, and ASM. I like PWM a lot, and I like Fred's Lab a lot too. But don't forget, we got Behringer. Oh my God, I almost forgot. I was so caught up in the Leviasynth that I almost friggin' forgot about Behringer. Holy crap. My God. So Behringer, the potential for Behringer, we got the JT16, the Jupiter clone, okay, the 16 voice, 8+ voices on the Jupiter, the inspired by the Jupiter synth. We've got the Pro 16, which is a Prophet 5, Prophet 10 inspired synthesizer. We got the BX1, which is a Yamaha DX1 inspired synthesizer with 32 analog CS80 filters, plus an effects suite, plus polyphonic aftertouch, plus more on the table. We got the JN80, okay, which is a Juno clone with 2 extra voices. I saw pictures of that thing. It's gorgeous. I fell in love the minute I saw it. We got that on the table. Don't forget, we got the Elka Synthex clone, which is the Behringer STX on the table. You know, we got the Oberheim BXM drum machine. Okay, the Behringer BXM, which is the Oberheim DXM clone. We got a Timberwolf called the Behringer Wolf or something paired with me on the table. I mean, a lot of friggin' exciting things that happen, but we might see none of it. But you have to assume that if they had the JT16 there last year and the Pro 16 there last year at the Behringer booth, but they didn't have them plugged in because it seemed like they wanted all the spotlight to be on the BX1. This year we could see them plugged in. I got a sneaky suspicion that the Juno clone, the JN80, is going to be hot and heavy. And that'd be cool. So probably the JN80 maybe. That'd probably be the one I'm most excited about. I have no idea. Do you guys have any idea what could possibly come from Korg in one of those 37 Op6 wave state mod wave style keybeds? I don't know. But exciting. Exciting day. So California is how many hours behind? 5 hours? So in California now, it is 2 a.m. So we can probably start to see things kicking off. What time is it in England? England's 5 hours ahead. So in England right now, it's 12 o'clock. Is that right? If it's 12 o'clock in England in the day, I haven't seen any embargoes lifted yet. They usually lift at midnight, but maybe they're going to wait till the start of NAMM to release some products. We'll see. But either way, that's what I'm thinking for today. So that's my thoughts. I'm going to finish my burrito, finish my coffee, and after work today when I get home, hopefully we'll have some new product releases we can talk about. And you guys have a great day. Salute.